you. Thanks. My name is Lori Elliott, and I have been doing comedy, I guess, ever since I got out of jail for arson. Okay. I'm a nervous, neurotic weirdo, and that makes weird things happen to me. Ooh, this is an awesome salad bar. Most of my comedy comes from everyday experiences. Like, for example, I'll be writing my jokes at my computer, and I'll be all excited about them, and then I'll get up and fall down my stairs and wedge my head into a bucket or something. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. I knew this would happen. I drove here from Toronto, and I was so jazzed about coming and doing Just for Laughs and seeing my family and stuff that I got distracted on my drive, and I actually ran over something, and it got stuck in my wheel well, and my car started going like ka-dink, 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 you know when that happens, and I was like, oh my God, what have I done? And I get out of my car, and I look at my wheel well, and it turns out I ran over what are they called? A smart car. Don't worry, though, the tiny little people inside were fine. Just really angry and dizzy. I had the amazing honor of doing 4 weeks of comedy in South Africa a while back. The day I left for the airport, I took my dog out for a walk, and he got his ear bit by another dog, and it just started spurting blood from this weird ear vein. And he was fine, he couldn't feel it, but I got all freaked out, and I ran him home, and he gets in the front door, and he's shaking his head, and blood's going everywhere. And I said to my husband, you gotta take him to the vet, I have to go to the airport. So he takes the dog to the vet, I go to the airport, he brings the dog home, puts him upstairs, and starts wiping all the blood off the walls, just as our new neighbor came over to introduce herself to us. He had to say his wife went away for a few weeks. Oh, where'd she go? Oh, she went to Africa to do comedy. Happens all the time. Oh, gosh. I celebrated a birthday recently, and I'm a lady in my mid-30s, and me and my girlfriends decided it would be a really good idea to celebrate my birthday at a dance club we used to go to when we were 19. Oh, it was such a bad idea. This guy came up to me that night, and he laid a line upon me, or a pickup line or whatever, and apparently it's very popular and quite vulgar, but all it did was confuse me. And he comes up and he was all, I had my hair done that night, I was all proud of myself, and he was like, hey lady, can I ask you a question? And I was like, yes. And he goes, do your drapes match your carpet? Okay, some of you know what that means. I had no idea. I just got confused. I was all, what? And he goes, I said, do your drapes match your carpet? And I just went, I don't have any carpet. I don't know. And he was like, oh, you're one of those. And I was like, yes, I prefer the feeling of hard wood under my foot. That's what I like. I mean, I used to have a carpet, but I had my neighbor come over and rip it out. It was filthy. It had red wine stains. The cat peed on it. Had to go. It was a PU. Get rid of it. But then my night took a turn for the worse, because I got home, and as I said, I'm in my mid-30s, and that's the point in a woman's life where the landscape starts shifting, right? And so I decided my gift to myself would be to work on my inner supermodel and not worry about what's happening with my body. So I go to bed, and I was lying there, and I was all, inner supermodel, I'm Giselle inside, inner supermodel, just about to fall asleep. My husband gets into bed and starts doing this. Bah, blah, blah, blah. And it felt really weird, and I was like, stop that, that feels weird. I swear to God, he goes, I'm just trying to rub your back, baby. Happy birthday to me. Oh man, I was so drunk that night too. Woo, I partied that night. And I don't usually, the only time I ever really party hardy is at birthdays and functions like that, or my husband's work functions. That's the only time. Because when it's a work function, it's free booze, right? And I don't work where my husband works, and I'm like, who cares? And I'm a frugal Scotswoman, so I consider free booze a giant sale that must be taken advantage of. And the last time I did it, my husband was so mad that he wasn't talking to me the next day, but he sent me an angry email from a self-help website called How to Be a Master Mingler. And it had a bunch of pieces of advice for people like me who don't know how to act properly. The first one was this. Upon arriving to the party, scan the party layout, for that way you can politely excuse yourself to use the restroom or refill your drink without breaking eye contact. Does that not sound kind of creepy to you, you know? Oh, Gary, it's been really great talking to you, but I've just got to go to the bathroom, Gary. Leave that door open. Don't look away, Gary.